Hey everybody, it's Femtrooper, and today we're going to be going through my 3DS collection. So as of Monday, actually this Monday, the 3DS is turning 6 in North America. So it's been out a decent amount of time, and there's a ton of games for it, and I have a ton of games for it. So without further ado, let's check out my 3DS collection as of March 2017. In alphabetical order, the first game that I'm going to be showing is Animal Crossing New Leaf. I'm not a huge Animal Crossing fan. When this came out, I was so hyped. Everyone was playing it. I couldn't wait to walk past someone in the street to get street pass stuff. It's just, this is not my style of game at all. That's why it is dusty. Next up is a game that I recently got for Christmas from Alex, Return to Mother Base, and that is Bravely Default. Really looking forward to playing this because of the soundtrack. It's really, really good. I've listened to it a few times, and it looks really fun, looks kind of like Final Fantasy, so I'm excited. It's just when. Here's a game that I have that is still sealed because I actually got it at EB Games for $12.99, and that's Codename Steam. I really don't have a lot of interest to play this. I couldn't pass up the deal because it was $12.99, and I thought maybe I'll play it, but honestly, I don't know. This is a game that I've actually wanted for a long time, and I finally got it because I wanted it for cheap, and it's Crosswords Plus on the 3DS. I really like the Crosswords game on the DS. These are just time killers, good for vacation, you're on the plane or something. I actually haven't had a chance to check it out, but this is a game that I have been wanting for a long time, and I think I'll like it. Next up is Donkey Kong Country Returns 3D, just a port of the Wii version. Really good game, nothing bad to say. This is an excellent Donkey Kong game if you don't have it for the Wii. Really nice to have it for the 3DS. Next up's a game that was more for my boyfriend because he was interested in it, but I should check it out, I guess. But it's Epic Mickey Power of Illusion. I don't know, I haven't played it yet, but maybe one of these days I will. Other than that, I have it. The next game is one that I remember when it came out, I was so nervous because I had no idea if I'd like it or not, and that's Fire Emblem Awakening. I'm very new to this series, never played the old ones, but I started with this, and I really, really loved it. In fact, it's the demo that was on the eShop that made me just want it so bad. And when this came out, it was super hard to find. Then you could find it everywhere, but I remember grabbing it, loving it. This is awesome. Of course, because I had Fire Emblem Awakening, I had to get Fire Emblem Fates when it came out. Birthright is the one that I chose because they had a few different versions, kind of like a Pokemon thing. And I really liked it as well, but I think I might have liked Awakening a little bit more. The next game is one that I kind of got because of half joking and half just because I like visual novels, and it's called Hakuoki Memories of the Shinsengumi. This is really targeted at girl gamers and females, just because it's sort of a romance style game. I started playing it a few years ago and got an hour in or something, and then I kind of just forgot about it. So I do want to give it another shot, but this is, yeah, I have it. The next game is one that I really, really, really want to do some kind of Let's Play something. It's a little dusty as well, but that's Imagine Babies, and I found this at Dollarama. So, yeah. I don't know, these games look so bad, but I really want to somehow play this and do a thoughts on it because I'm sure that it is just horrible. The next game is one that I'm actually really excited that I own it, and it's the Louvre game from the Louvre in Paris. Really cool because you can only buy it there at the Louvre. This isn't something that you can buy anywhere else. It's basically the guide that you have as you walk through the Louvre. We rented it when I was there, and then after you could actually buy it, take home, and it's kind of just tells you facts about all the art in the gallery. So kind of a cool thing just because you can only buy it there, so it's a really kind of exclusive game. The next game is one that I'm really, really excited that I own because I loved it so much and I could not put it down. It's A Link Between Worlds, The Legend of Zelda. So good. This is the first Legend of Zelda game that I actually beat. I really, really liked it, and obviously this is sort of a love letter to the fans for people who liked Link to the Past, but really, really good. We have another Zelda game, and that is The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D. This actually was the first 3DS game I think I bought that didn't come with my 3DS, so I was really excited to finally get it. I've played some of it, but I never really got through it. I mean, I played the game as a kid. I've never actually finished it, but if you love Legend of Zelda, this is a great way to play it instead of having to play it on the N64. Next game is a game that is in my collection, but it wasn't my game, but I maybe one day would like to check it out, and it's Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. This was my boyfriend's. He really, really enjoyed this. I've heard really good things about it, but again, not one I've personally played. The next game is one that everybody has to own, and that's Mario Kart 7. You've got to have a Mario Kart in your collection somewhere. The next games I have to show are Mario Party Island Tour and Mario Party Star Rush. And these are really fun Mario Party games, but I have to say, I think I do enjoy Island Tour a little bit more. I think it had a bit more to offer. They tried to switch things up with Star Rush. I'd like to give it more of a chance, though, because I haven't played it enough to truly judge it. Next up is one of two horrible covers that I have for my 3DS. At least it's in a 3DS case. Is Mario Tennis Open. I don't know why. I just couldn't resist. I needed to own it, and they only had a cartridge at EB Games, and then, of course, after I bought it, then they had tons of them with the normal case. So, of course, this is one of these that I have in my collection. But this is an awesome, awesome game. Next up is Mega Man, the Legacy Collection. Again, not one of mine. It's my boyfriend's, but I got it for him. I'd like to check it out sometime, but I have to say, when it comes to Mega Man, I probably prefer the Super Nintendo versions just because these are maybe a bit too much for me, as far as maybe a little too hard, maybe frustrating to no end. But it's a really nice collection that they put out with. It even came with a couple things in there, so that's pretty cool. An old one, but a good one, and that's New Super Mario Bros. 2. The only complaint is that this game was way too easy, but if you were probably going for a completionist aspect, it might not actually be so easy, but if you're just going through the levels, this was not challenging. A game that I've wanted just because it's stupid, and I just figured it's one of the best sellers, Nintendogs and Cats actually bought this at a pawn shop because I couldn't resist. I wanted to try it so bad, and I didn't get it for very much money, so it's kind of just one of those things that I have now. Next up is a game that I got on a really good sale at Target, and that was Paper Mario Sticker Star. My boyfriend tried it. He was really disappointed in it, and I haven't really had a desire to play it because I haven't played a Paper Mario game that I've really enjoyed since the first one. I know the GameCube one is apparently amazing, but I didn't play that. So maybe I would give this a shot someday if I'm like, I don't know, just feeling it, but so far, no. Okay, let's get through these Pokemon games really fast. I've got Pokemon Moon, I've got Pokemon X, I've got Pokemon Y, and Pokemon Alpha Sapphire, and of course, Pokemon Omega Ruby. And the reason I have all games for these, the Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire, and X and Y, is because my boyfriend was playing them, so one was mine, one was his. When it came to Sun and Moon, though, he did not want to play it, and that's totally fair, because Pokemon can be so awful and just sometimes the worst, and so I chose to play Pokemon Moon. But I have to say, if you watched my review, this is probably my favorite Pokemon game ever, aside from the old ones, you know, because of nostalgia and stuff. But if you remove nostalgia, I actually think this is probably a better game. This is the best one they've put out, so if you're on the fence, Pokemon Sun and Moon are totally worth it. So I'm really happy that at least, you know, didn't give up on Pokemon and continued to play these. We have another game here that is one that I bought when I was in my I have to own everything phase, and that's Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. I remember when this came out, I was like, oh my god, I have to buy it, and then I have not opened it. So there's that, which is really sad. And I've still never played a Professor Layton game because I was like, I'm going to, and then just didn't because there's no time for everything. But I do have it. It looks really cool, I have to say. So I could maybe bump it up on the list as far as games I should be playing because it does look really cool and I like Phoenix Wright. Here's a game that I bought at a pawn shop because I thought, cool, and then I probably will never play this, and it's Project X Zone. Got really mixed reviews, and I think you have to really like all the characters from all the crossover stuff that it's doing to fully understand, but again, it's something I have now. Another horrible case, and that's Rayman 3D. This, my boyfriend got, it was a good deal and stuff. Because I think they were having a sale or something, but oh god, this cover, these are just dreadful. Why? Also, this is one thing I gotta ask, who goes to a GameStop and is like, here, I'd like to trade this in, because seriously, you need to be punched. Like, You need to be slapped a little bit, because that's just frustrating. It's different back in like the 90s or the 80s when you just had a cartridge. That's totally different somehow. But now I feel like, especially with discs too, you see like a loose PS2 disc. Ugh. Here's a game that I got for $1.99. So yeah, that is Shifting World. I thought $1.99, I can get behind that. Here's another hype train game, Shin Megami Tensei 4. Everyone was playing it. They're like, oh my god, it's the best. And when it comes down to it, and I know myself now, but maybe back then I was like, oh, I'll probably like it. Yeah, I don't know. This is really dark and probably not for me. So I don't know if I'll ever play this, to be honest with you. At least I didn't get it for that. It was a good deal and everything. But everyone says it's great. Maybe I'll check it out. But honestly, it's so dark and just, I don't know. Maybe. This is a Shin Megami Tensei game. One of the best titles ever, as I love saying it. Shin Megami Tensei, Devil Survivor, Overclocked. Wow. Japan, come on with these titles. But anyway, this is a game that I actually do want to play because it's modern day and looks really interesting, has a bit of a creepy aspect, the world's ending, kids gotta save it, I'm all for that. But yeah, I started playing it and then again, there must have been another game that overtook it and then I stopped. So this is one that I will want to play it over the other one. Here's a 3DS game that actually somehow figured things out. When they put Shovel Knight, they did a physical copy, and beautiful instruction booklet. This is awesome. Like, no games do this anymore, so thank you, Shovel Knight, for actually coming out with this, because it is seriously needed. Here's the first game that I got for my 3DS, and that is Super Mario 3D Land, and yet it still remains one of the best games on the system. Here's a JRPG that I have that is supposed to be awesome, and again, it's just a time thing. I haven't played it. Other things have come up, and I've been more, it just keeps getting bumped. But that is Tales of the Abyss, which is a port of the PlayStation 2 game. It looks really cool, but again, something else has always come out, and then I'll be like, oh, I'll play that, and then it just, yeah. Here are two really cool games that I love. So we got Theatrhythm Final Fantasy right here. And then we've got Theatrhythm Final Fantasy Curtain Call, which is awesome. Both games are superb. These are really awesome if you like Final Fantasy and rhythm games. If you actually just like rhythm games, these are really good anyway, because the Final Fantasy music is so good. You don't even really have to know the games to enjoy it, because there's tons of music in here I'm not maybe familiar with because I didn't play that game or I didn't get far enough to hear it in the game, etc., whatever. They're just really solid rhythm games, and they make me want more rhythm games in my collection. Here's a game that I was so incredibly, beyond hyped for, and then I was a little let down when it came out, and that's Yokai Watch, and that's also the reason why I didn't buy the second Yokai Watch, because this game was supposed to be like Pokemon, but better, and all this stuff, and it got a lot of things right, way better than Pokemon, but when it comes down to it, it wasn't great with exploration. You're in the same city the whole game, and it just kind of got boring. Next one is a game that is fun, but just kind of easy and just kind of a letdown, and that's Yoshi's New Island. I really did enjoy it, but it's just too easy. This was so easy, ridiculously easy. And I'm sure if you went to play it and, like I said, collected everything in the game, it wouldn't be that easy. But if you just go through the levels, this is not, there's not much challenge here, which I kind of felt annoyed at. Beating the final boss was kind of done. So that is disappointing. The last game I have to show is from the Zero Escape series, and that's Virtue's Last Reward. The only reason I have it on the 3DS is because 999 came on the DS, so logically I wanted it on the 3DS. But I think having seen, the Vita version, I would have preferred to play it on the Vita. But again, this is really good if you like 999. I just actually beat it last year, I think, or was it 2015? Either way, I beat it recently, and really good. I don't know if I like which one I like better. I think I might like 999 better, but I'm really excited to play the next one in the series. I got it for the Vita instead because it looks a lot better. But this is the last game. So that's my 3DS collection. A lot of games in there, a lot of stuff I haven't played, a lot of stuff I have played. This is a great system, and I thought, why not show off my 3DS collection now in 2017, 6 years after the launch of the 3DS coming out in North America, because there's not a lot of 3DS games in the works, and that's kind of fair, but kind of annoying, because I know the Switch just came out, everybody was really excited about the Switch, but let's not forget about the 3DS, because it's a really, really good system. I love the Vita too, but the 3DS is top notch, so I really hope that Nintendo can pump out some awesome 3DS games. And as you can see, there are many 3DS games that I don't own and lots that I would like to own. So we will see what the future holds and what 3DS games I will add to my collection. Thanks for watching my 3DS collection video. I hope you guys liked it. What 3DS games do you have, or do you want to see me play or see me get, or what games do you want? Anything 3DS related, please make a comment. Remember to like and click subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.